Tonight, breaking news in New York City. Federal agents sweeping in. The images coming in now. Late today, federal agents, including ICE, launching a crackdown in New York City, sweeping through Canal Street in Lower Manhattan. Chaos erupting, traffic coming to a halt. Multiple people detained tonight. We'll take you live to Lower Manhattan. Also tonight, sources tell ABC News President Trump is now pushing the Justice Department to pay him $230 million in taxpayer money for past investigations involving Trump. The U.S. taxpayers would foot the bill. The government shutdown tonight, day 21, no signs of compromise. Millions of Americans now affected, real worries for many about putting food on the table. Meantime, at the White House, President Trump hosting Republican senators, calling the sound of demolition at the White House for the president's new $250 million ballroom music to his ears. The emergency landing the passenger plane, the pilots concerned over pounding on the cockpit door mid-flight on the way to Los Angeles. Tonight, a tropical storm is now formed in the Caribbean, where it's headed and when this is expected to become a hurricane. Ginger Z is tracking this. Tonight, ABC News, the first, taking you inside the Louvre in Paris. You'll see the gallery and the window where those thieves dressed as construction workers broke in, stealing jewels worth $102 million in under 4 minutes. James Longman takes us in tonight. This evening, the January 6th rioter pardoned by President Trump, now back under arrest tonight, accused of threatening to kill Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. There is news tonight about longtime Today host Brian Gumbel rushed to the hospital in New York City. And the stunning images tonight from across the country, the fall foliage, and when it reaches peak. Traffic halted. Multiple people have been detained at this hour. The raid part of an operation targeting illegal street vendors. Many are believed to be migrants living in New York City, the area known as a draw for tourists, bargain shoppers, many looking for designer knockoffs. This operation comes amid the increasing federal presence from New York to Chicago to Los Angeles. And it comes just hours after 2 people were shot during an operation in Los Angeles, including a U.S. Marshal. So what led to that incident? But first, the scene in New York City late today, and ABC's Matt Rivers leads us off from Lower Manhattan tonight.
Tonight, an immigration crackdown in New York City as federal agents descended on Canal Street, famous for its bargain shopping and knockoff designer goods, and parts of Chinatown. The raid, part of an operation targeting illegal street vending. The scene turning chaotic as agents made arrests and pushed back the crowd.
And it's gotten a little hairy at points, with people running, people falling down in the street, and federal agents running after them.
The traffic coming to a standstill at the start of rush hour, with cars trapped between law enforcement officers.
The people selling those knockoff goods are often migrants, which means that federal investigations here often include a component of immigration enforcement.
It comes amid heavy federal presence in cities across the country, from New York to Chicago to Los Angeles, where today Homeland Security officials say a U.S. Marshal and a suspected undocumented immigrant with a criminal record were both shot and wounded during a targeted traffic stop.
This is 20th and Trinity. Looks like they wedged the vehicle. Shots were fired. We see the windows were blown out.
DHS officials say agents used a standard pit maneuver to detain the suspect who had escaped custody in the past. They say this time, when the man rammed a federal vehicle trying to evade arrest, officers opened fire, hitting him in the elbow. A bullet ricocheting into the hand of the U.S. Marshal. Both men were hospitalized. Our Matt Gutman right there on the scene.
I just want to give you a sense of where we are. Just down the street, that black vehicle, that's an FBI vehicle. Beyond it is where the incident happened. But right here, that's a church. And on the other side of these LAPD vehicles, right across the street, that's a school.
The suspect, a TikToker known as Richard LA18, is an influencer known for capturing video of these ICE operations in LA, even recognized by the city of LA for his contributions to the community. Last week, this dramatic Border Patrol chase of a suspect through a Chicago neighborhood ended with a pit maneuver, the operation sparking anti-ICE clashes between protesters and federal agents. A federal judge in Chicago, concerned about aggressive tactics, restricting the use of tear gas and ordering agents to wear body cameras.
And David, back here on Canal Street, those street vendors who would usually be out here selling their goods largely clearing out tonight as a result of that raid. The mayor's office saying no city officials were involved in the operation. David.
Matt Rivers leading us off here tonight. Matt, thank you. Tonight, sources tell ABC News that President Trump is now pushing the Justice Department to pay him $230 million in taxpayer money for past investigations involving Trump, including the Russia election interference investigation and the classified documents case involving what was found at Mar-a-Lago. The U.S. taxpayers would foot the bill here, and here's Rachel Scott.
Tonight, sources tell ABC News President